Alright, we're back, and my face hurts, my eyes specifically, so I'm gonna keep the face cam off for the... I have one of those nice Elgato light things, and they're lovely, but they're a little hard on the eyes if your eyes are all hurty. So I'm just gonna skip out on that for today. I think either something got caught in my eye, or I have dry eyes, or I didn't sleep right, or... Hell if I know, I've got a lot of different excuses for why anything could be wrong with me at any given point in time. Okay, so what are we gonna do? I have a lot to do, I guess. We need a... Okay. We need to take a look at this. Again, I gotta remember exactly what I need. So we need 500 smart plating, 500 versatile frameworks, and 100 automated wiring. Which means we need to figure out how to make this whole thing tick. Okay, first and foremost, this thing's having some issues. I know last time we played, I tried putting down these merger, splitter, whatever things, and it went poorly. But considering how backed up some of these lines are getting, doing a little bit of a crazy exchange just to mush it all together seems like a good idea. Oh, we just don't have enough. We don't have enough steel. Okay, that's a issue. Yeah, spaghetti lines. We'll sort them out when we need to. Oh, right. Instead of running the whole way, I've got tubes. I've got things that I can do. Okay. Oh, that's sorted better. And my main problem is going to be getting enough steel production going. I think we had enough coal. It's been a couple of weeks since I last played Satisfactory, so I'm a little lost. Not, like, overwhelmingly so, but it's definitely one of those where it's like, I don't exactly remember what I was up to. I was obviously steel. The question is, how do I scale this up so I can actually do the thing that I want? And it's a bit harder. Yeah. Alright. So it looks like the biggest issue on this one, actually, is purely we don't have enough concrete rolling into it. I think that would be less of an issue, not more of one. Let's see. How's the rest of this doing? And we have iron coming out of this, but slowly, because it's all one iron mine. One beefed up iron mine, but it's still just one iron mine. Oh, it's not even that beefed up. That would explain certain things. Let me see. So I think first and foremost, let's go retrieve as much steel as we can, update these lines, and then probably go buy some power packs and beef up that iron mine so it's spitting as hard as possible. Admittedly, feeding my entire steel setup purely through all of this iron is probably not a good idea, but I don't know. I don't have a rebuttal there. Okay, here we go. Jeez. Wanderer's conveyors are beautiful and tame. I've seen Cthulhu conveyors that would make a mechanical version of Creep. The first time I played this, I went hella spaghetti, and it was really fun. This time, as kind of a personal challenge, I said, hey, let's see if I can avoid doing something like that. So it looks like most of the iron that I'm getting pingbacks for are the ones that I've already got. I gotta decide on that one. Well, first and foremost, let's go update the stone line, because that's the biggest issue. Well, maybe it's not. But it feels like an issue that I can immediately solve. Okay, here we go. So this is all T3 at this point. So it's going faster for a moment. We'll go from here. So you just want to know about the tube glitch, where you have multiple entrances and exits so you can go hella fast. Yeah, a lot of people informed me on that one. I will be playing with that in a little while. I just wanted to get my my belts not better balanced. I want to speed things up so that I can effectively goof off while things build. Unfortunately, that's going to take a little while. So let's go take a look at this. Oh, I've missed some things. So thank you, Ouija board, for the 22-month boot. Let's see, 60 per second. So yeah, we might just have to boost both of these. What about limestone? Got anything in the area? Nope, that's the only one. Okay, so let's go get some slugs and go from there. But also, thank you, Jake Toady, for the 4-month resub as well. Thank you both. Let's see, I don't know if I missed anybody else in the process. I probably did. Nope, I didn't. Hey! So I should probably talk about the plan for today. So obviously, like I said, I'm not feeling great. I don't know. Today was trash day. I woke up really early. I stayed up kind of late writing. I've been feeling kind of out of sorts for a little while. Not like I'm sick, but just in terms of like, I think I've just been letting stress get to me maybe a little bit too much. You know, I've been spending a lot of my waking hours just paying attention to the news, and that's not actually that healthy. I shouldn't be doing it, it's just, there's so much news, and there's so much to be, like, angry about, so I'm just kind of mad about things, and I think that's been, impacting me more than I should let it. I should redo this today. Shouldn't I? Because this is my biggest bottleneck right now. I mean, the whole thing is pretty blocked up to begin with. But we could potentially have one of these lines leading back to my steel. One or two. Right. I need slugs, though. First and foremost, we need way more steel if I'm going to be able to get anything done. Okay, so we have a couple of slugs. I guess I'm gonna grab them. I swear I had more power cores, but I might have spent them already. Yeah, I've probably put them away into various locations. Well, let's start by making this one. Let's see, power slugs. Okay, start researching on the next one. And why are we watching the news? It drains people the joy they had in their day. I mean, to some small degree, because it is actually very important to be aware of, like, what is going on. The problem is, at this point, I'm very aware of what is going on, and now I'm just kind of mad about it. Which is less productive and mostly just frustrating. Let's see. I guess I'm just kind of constantly waiting for something to change. And it hasn't been, and that's been frustrating for me. And there's not really much I can really say about that that isn't going to just immediately dive into some kind of weird firestorm of yelling. Let's see. If these tubes were a real-life thing to get around, would you use them? I mean, assuming that they're relatively safe, sure. I mean, cars are fairly dangerous, so the idea of, like, the idea of, you know, a tube to zoop around, as long as, like, you have a proper safe landing and stuff, that would probably be okay. Let's just max this one out. Okay, that should help. I still think we're gonna have to loop some iron in from elsewhere. But I think what we want to do at that point is actually just tear this whole thing up, connect it all to the pre-existing build that I already have, and then go from there. Let's see. So the biggest issue here, truly, is the line is too slow. I can see with pods you sit in while it moves you. I believe that's called a hyperloop. Is that not? Where it uses a vacuum to speed things along at ridiculously fast speeds because there's no friction. Or, like, limited friction comparatively. People keep suggesting it is like one of those crazy future techs. But I'm assuming it's one of those things that, like, nobody in their right mind would actually suggest. Because to build something like that would be incredibly dangerous. But if it was actually done properly, then we'd have... things would be kind of cool. So it does look like it's backing up a little bit, but iron still seems to be our biggest bottleneck here. So we're going to have to redo that whole thing again. Let's see, Musk has been working on a Hyperloop for a couple of years. I think he's been working on a prototype, not actually any kind of commercially viable thing. Okay, there we go. So that's all set up. So let's get a second one here. Hopefully I can place the platforms. Okay, so we want to do... Right, these are constructors. Not a foundry. Can't afford. I'm out of cable. Ah. Let's fix that. Grilled all day and it was fun. Oh, that sounds nice. I haven't had a whole lot of meat lately because meat's fairly perishable and we weren't entirely sure how that would factor into our buying decisions. We also don't like buying meat unless it very specifically is unless, like, we get to see it. We've been mostly ordering our groceries. So, I don't know. No, I guess we did order some meat from the last two times. It's just also one of those where, like, I truly am trying to go at least moderately vegetarian over the next couple of years. A little bit of meat here and there, but if I can divorce myself from it, it would save me a fair bit of money and a fair bit of pounds. I don't know, I had an Impossible Burger and a Beyond Burger recently, and both were so good that I was just like, you know what? I could see myself switching over to this sort of thing. I've already, like, gotten really big into, what's it called? Textured vegetable protein. My parents got me into that sort of thing, when I was still living with them. We'd use it as a replacement for ground beef for, like, chili and curry and stuff. Oh, chili, not burgers. Mostly chili and, like, nachos and a couple other things. So you thought Musk was already constructing the infrastructure for the Hyperloop between California Bay Area and Silicon Valley? If so, I haven't heard that one. I mean, if he does, that'd be great. And it would be really cool if we could actually get, like, a... I really want high-speed rails of some variety around here. If I could hop on a train and be down in San Francisco within, like, only a couple hours, that would be absolutely obscene. Like, I would travel a lot more if I could just hop on a train. And be where I want to be. Let's see. Clear this up for a second. Okay, 5. Because I don't like planes that much. They've always been kind of uncomfortable for me. I mean, obviously small, cramped, very loud, a lot of rude people on them. There's a fair bit of rude people that are on trains too, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. But less. And this way I would never have to worry about the, let's see. And on a train, you never have to deal with, like, layovers or anything like that, or just a lot of things. Okay, there we go. Trying to have the neatest conveyors where I can have them. I'm doing a decent job of it. Okay, I'm just gonna hook that up there. You are going to be making concrete. That should be enough. We might need 2. We will see. Honestly, hell, we might need a lot more than 2. I'll have to see how this line backs up or unbacks up. Yeah, I think we're actually going to need a 3rd here. Well, we need it anyway. I took a train once. It was nice to enjoy watching mountains and forests pass by. I always really liked taking the train to and from college. It was one of my absolute favorite activities, I guess. When I was in when I was commuting, because effectively what it would be instead of like flying home, because that was ridiculous and silly. I lived in my parents lived in Boston, and I was going to college in Rochester, New York. Let's see, we want 8. There we go. And so effectively, yeah, I just take I think it was like an 11-hour train ride. It wasn't that fast, but it was fast enough. And so yeah, I just hop on the train every for every major school holiday and just take it home. And it worked amazingly well. I can see, like, some people not enjoying the prospect, wanting to be home sooner, wanting the control of being in a car. I know in Shell's case, she really enjoyed being able to sing. Because she would just be in the car by herself, driving to and from when she would visit me. Okay, I've got some of this stuff, so let's just dump it in my inventory. Ooh, I'm almost out of concrete. Okay, let's take a look. So these things are slow as dirt. I was not expecting that. How slow were we talking? Holy crap, it's already backed up. Okay. I gotta work on that one. Oh, forgot to hook up one of the constructors with ore? That would explain. Yep, I did. That might fix things. At least for a little bit. Hey, thank you, Tough Goosey, for the sub, and welcome. And thank you, Verisok, for the 500 bits. So you took a train from Florida to Arkansas. It was a bit of a long trip, but you got to see some amazing views. Yeah, for me it was just one state away, but like, I don't know, it still took a while. It was really nice. But ever since, I've always been kind of meh about taking planes specifically, because it just was less comfortable. One of my favorite things to do whenever I was taking the train was to I would hop on, plug in my laptop, and then start just playing through my fairly massive backlog of JRPGs, or like kind of long-form slow games. Though, I guess I did play through both Kingdom Hearts games, emulated on my laptop back in the day. That was actually really fun. Okay, so at this point, we have enough concrete. It'll back up. Good. So now we gotta figure out iron, probably. Or we rip this whole thing to bits. I guess what I really need to do isn't even that. All I need to do is actually just take the surplus coal that I already have and just belt it all the way over to my base. Do I want to do that? It's not a terrible idea. We should probably go grab a bunch of, Why am I running this? Whatever. We should probably get back to the base. And what are you? Raw quartz. Pure. I don't actually remember if we need raw quartz for much. See, belting would be more efficient, but maybe trucks would be cooler and neater. At that point, I'd rather use trains. Well, do we want to just tough it out and try and get trains? I guess let's go take a look at what research I have to do. And drink some water, because, like, that's probably going to help my whole head issue. Because, yeah, we could potentially have the train drop off steel products and bring iron. Maybe? Or just have one giant horror loop going on. I just know they're a higher tier tech, and I don't exactly have access to that. Okay, right. We also have farming. Okay, let's send that off. Oh, pod will return in 10 minutes. Oh, that was a mistake. Whatever, it's fine. Blah, 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 blah. Let's figure out... I think we've been making modular frames. What we need... are things we normally can't get. Oh... Okay, let's sort this down for a second and figure out what do I have in my inventory that I can clear out. Let's see. What do I need to research this last power slug? 25 frames and some more cable. Okay, let's get upstairs. Let's see how many frames we've got sitting around. We're obviously going to have to extend our production up here, maybe? Because I know a number of these are just having supply issues. But they've been going for a long time, so hopefully we have a decent amount. That is not the right thing. Whoops. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we got madcap frames. I'll grab a bunch. So that's better. We're not using a whole lot of these supplies, which means as soon as I actually put a draw on them, we're going to run out immediately, and it's going to be kind of frustrating. I'll figure it out in a second. Okay, these things are actually... This thing's pretty quick, but only on a straightaway, which means we should pave this entire desert and figure it out. It's... Right. We're going over here. To you for a power slug. Let's see, haven't done anything with these. Yeah, there's mycelia. Oof. Alright, later. So... I guess easiest answer, I'm gonna plunk down an assembler. What do we need? So we need smart plating. That's easy, we have the resources for that already. Versatile framework's a little bit more work. Was it automatic wiring that we needed as the last one? There's also like AI limiters. Or is it stators? Well, one way or another, we've got the, got this steel we need. But yeah, let's go take a look at this. It might be time to just pave the desert. Okay, so it needs automatic wiring. So we need to bring over steel. What do you guys think? Pave the desert? We'll probably run out of concrete before we actually manage to succeed. Ooh. The other thing is some of the... not... How tall is this mining thing? I gotta go grab concrete. One way or another. I think we gotta figure this out, because I get the very distinct feeling this will not be enough. Should probably also have an overflow for concrete going on here. Yeah, let's get one of those set up real quick. Might as well store extra. Probably not more than that. Because, yeah, unfortunately, I can't... I can't properly flatten the desert. Like, when I say flatten the desert, what I really mean is... Or pave the desert, what I really mean is cover the whole area in platforms so that we have a gigantic workable zone. Unfortunately, this mining drill is a bit taller than I was hoping it would be. So I guess I'm going to have to build around it. Where is that even going? I have no idea. Because, yeah, ideally I'd like to have my whole base, maybe not my whole base, but a considerable amount of it, all built on the same grid, so that I can keep it neat and tidy. Let's see, like the Dimsdale Dimmadome, just keep going up. Yeah, okay, one way or another, I think I'm gonna do this somewhat silly thing, grab a bunch of concrete, and I'm gonna build all the way over to the, I just gestured, and you guys can't see it, that's very strange. I'm just gonna build all the way over to where the steel production is, because at the very least, putting it all on the same grid is going to mean I don't feel trapped. There's no second floor. Means I think I'm actually on the wrong floor. Ah, there's no second floor. I can make sure I don't fall in, because that would be embarrassing. But yeah, building up is not the worst idea. I just need to get the coal to come over here. Does mean I will have to redo a considerable amount of the coal production, but oh well, so be it. I've already got the supply lines up. It would just be a matter of ripping everything to shreds and starting over. The other question is how I would want to get a bunch of iron back over here. Because obviously I've got a bunch spare just kind of sitting around that I'm not really using. Let's see. Should be nice and tall. Oops. I have so much. And then maybe at some point we redo the Hyperloop so we can just kind of connect it all together into one big horror monster. Let's see. First time I'm able to catch one of these streams. Been watching your channel. I really like your content. Keep doing what you do. Cheers. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I am currently overhauling my entire stupid base so that I have more space. I guess it's kind of pointless. But yeah, how do we want to do this? Because easy answer is I just leave this as it is for the time being. It's fairly established, and trying to expand further would be a bit of a pain. I could route a bunch of iron down over here to buff this up so it can produce more, and then bring the steel products back. I would prefer to move everything onto the same grid. That might be a giant pain in the ass. What do you guys think? Just skip it, go spaghetti, just loop all my steel products over into the main base and work with them from there? Oh, I just realized a lot of these have the slow belt still. I guess we could do that. If I want to restructure this whole thing to be nicer, I think I will do that at a later date. Because otherwise we're just going to be spending a lot of time. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can put a ramp down here. Like, it's almost hooked up, it's just not quite. It's a foundations ramp. I mean, it looks like it hooks up. Or more per se, it collides and clips. Ugh, that's ugly. I don't like it, but I'm dealing. Okay, it's fine. We're just gonna mush this whole thing together into one kind of pseudo off the grid grossness. I don't like this. People with OCD will go insane watching this base be built. I apologize. Oops. This is probably illegal. It absolutely is. Let's see. Where's that rogue platform that I just... Well, whatever. I had a rogue platform. It went somewhere. It went somewhere. I have no clue. I wish I knew. I'm so glad you can run through them while they're still being fabricated. Otherwise, this would get real weird real fast. I just gotta make sure I don't miss. Because I do. I'm actually missing a fair bit here. I guess the one trick would be... aim... down just a bit. There we go, that's probably faster. Anyway, plan here... Oops. Plan here, we're just gonna route all of the spare coal. Maybe... No. No, I think we want to still keep all of our steel production over here. And just kind of expand. It's incredibly ugly and I don't like it. Wander do push-ups. Oh gosh, let's see if I can. Haven't been... Yeah, wake up check. We'll see how I go. I don't want to mess with my blood pressure too much today. So I might have to veto this after one set. I'll see if I can do it though.